Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Good morning. It's a beautiful day. April 28th, 2023. April 28th, 2023. Now, April not also. We don't see the independence yesterday. I mean, honestly, Comrade Kashi, independence 62 years later, but 30 days lights again, we all lights don't come. Lights don't come. 63 years later, enough for people. Water no day, na people so water well they all over. People they die. You know, some people before I even do all this intro, when I listen today, we can talk about this tax wahala that we country, the increment of tax. Why then guys they decide for increased tax in the nation day, and then the tax not reflect the people because when they raise tax, the money not for go towards social welfare, service system for benefit the welfare of mankind, the people of the nation. When then the government they work for. But we see them kind of payday business. So they can broke down. That is the main important topic we can discuss today. We can for draw other example for bring and come. Let everything make sense to una. But that we can discuss. But you see, Comrade and Kashi, first of all, I'll just reminisce on the independence. You know how people Salon people very sad. Salon people not happy. Comrade and Kashi, when you add up money, not day better, not day, it's difficult for enjoy. Enjoyment they come with peace of mind, happiness, relaxed, you go for enjoy. But why do you enjoy? You get them bills they sit on here. Well, some people don't even get bills, now the basic number. Let man them forget rest now, same for put soup on the table, let them take care of them picking and give them lunch, give them transportation. Now them basic and they want. Get for worry, for also get for pool rent money and this the basics to life. What's the needs of human being? Food, clothing, and shelter. If we cannot take care of them things that in our nation, food, clothing, shelter, we don't get problem. Comrade, yesterday people were going to beach. Tell me about 45,000 leos for ice cream. How much Salomon they go to beach able for buy 45,000 leo ice cream? Comrade, talk to we. So yesterday we see the Independence Day. Comrade and Kashi, Ona can get bank holiday in London. Ona they get bank holiday. Kashi, how much lucky they want for a week for going to market? At 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock?
One thing, if I even like that, like when a holiday, bro. Sometimes I think you recall few. And by the way, Monday as well is bank holiday in anyway.
I must stay at home. I must stay at home. Hey, London. Stay at home. Sit at home. Hey, London. All Sierra Leoneans in London. Hey, Monday holiday. Come here, Kashi. Let it go. Everybody.
Good Friday when you called. I think if people like you recall,
right.
My voice sounded so sleepy
Yes.
because bank holidays that attend away banking, holidays that attend away banking spend long times that day.
Right, absolutely.
Like, the least time I remember for Komoda, I mean, at 12 o'clock afternoon.
I can imagine. I imagine.
So Monday na bank holiday in London, so it's another sit at home guy.
I tell you, all man in London, we sit at home in London. Na bank holiday, we sit at home. Well, Kashi they go say, well, London. The violence not there, and people talk. So but you see, we country very sad. It's pathetic where you get some miscreant, idiot, half-baked. When I say go school, cake, agree. These are the things coming. I can still remember them in my way. And it's them Papa born. He say, Ibrahim, when I talk about education, he said, they blame me, daddy. Now the system, he say, my brother, I wish I be go school. He say, why they listen to una? He say, I wish I be get an opportunity for like go school. He say, my brother, I'm for go far. But you see, when you get a useless idiot in a society, where it a glad back, he say, I no go school. And I had to talk about again when I go do a research in Malawi. When I talk, you say you no go school. If you're proud of that, they go let on didn't bang you. You are not useful to society. So to we brothers and sisters necessarily, you want to get opportunity for go education, for go school. They want land, they want get education, you not get them. Let God bless you now. Let God make, if you feel that way, let God bless you picking them. If you that education you not get, let God put up you picking them. Let God bless you and family. Let future generations able for take advantage of that opportunity there for go school and learn something. Not to forget PhD or BSc or masters or to God is that if you finish high school safe, your life they change. Let alone you go now, you get a degree, your life go change. This is the things we want to talk about in society. But comrade, $45,000 for ice cream at beach yesterday, the people who go to beach. Ebo, how much salon people for afford them? How much salon people for afford them? All we say is, the fact of the matter remains, salon people What will we say? April 27th. Now nobody no go protest again for nonsense. Let us focus for go pick with voter ID card them. Let us focus for ensure say we go talk to we neighbor them. Like yesterday, so a lot of people and do. When they not relax, stay then 12, 1 o'clock, then come out. They go fair anybody in Famula Eastern. So man go to Western, they go see the family where don't tell they not see. You know, then go ask them about the election. How they gonna go? Who don't picking voter ID card, who don't picking voter ID candidates. Now that's people in the pan yesterday. They know they pan glady of this and that. So man they wake now yesterday for day with him picking and you see them. You know, during in the course of the week, you know what I mean? On a Wednesday, people left for dinner house, with him picking them, he see him picking them. If that is part of the World Cash Box, you picking them, they can meet you in a room, we all sit in a bed, we watch TV together, watch a movie together. Not so. Like communicator now in small bobo. If you be in a house, now the tenant communicator not go work yesterday. He go sit on a bed now. The small in bobo come, he can't deal with papa. Hey papa, he didn't house today, not gonna say. Eat papa na one in a house, today na holiday, we enjoy. They relax now house. Not so, not the culture. You know, my right self now we no more self.
I wake up 7 o'clock morning yesterday. The ironic thing is, you know, people like I know how people get for interpreter. They say, oh, would I just kind of like get by that and all that today? But Ibrahim, I woke up 7 o'clock morning yesterday. The first thing where I see that video where somebody they say, oh, you see when it's empty. This 7 o'clock morning in London, now 6 o'clock morning in Salon, and God knows how when they do and certain 5 o'clock morning. Who do they wake up in the morning for go doing business 7? You know, come send series of videos then afterwards, like during the course of the day. You see people and just they do their normal. You see, these are some of the games then where we need to be mindful of, Ibrahim. And people are out there, oh, like this guy, he shot a waiting with a mean. You see, not too much. You see, Ibrahim, it's about being strategic. It's about time salon people and we wake up to see them where they actually face we live and all that in the day. Yeah, first of all, if one call protest way, they say for people and come on and do. Because he knows say, like, you know, people are conscious these days, you know, like election they can. As I say, we're not there against any protest at all. But when you look at the pattern of the protest there, when like people and they connect this guy for call, it seems for they get more armed than good to the country. And this is waiting, we don't faint man. This is waiting, we don't notice. And I don't think so we don't get to see them anymore. You know, like when people are really about protests, like what you would say, let the political leaders lead the people, because if they kill the political leaders and they don't die first. And then guy there and they sell the people. So we need to be very strategic. And we need to kind of like make sure say we protect the people and when they come out for ever protest in that country again.
Absolutely.
Because we need to safeguard their life. We need to safeguard their life, Ibrahim.
Absolutely. You know, you see, Gashi, when we talk about misinformation and disinformation, now with the FET, so with the FETA, we are going to fight it to the best of our ability. Go ahead, comrade.
Let me tell you now, you see, like we say no more, 62 years of independence, up till this time, people in the island say light don't come. We say people that get ice cream free. Now they would get small ice cream. Somebody called me yesterday for beach days. Small ice cream, small cup cash box, 45,000 euros. But it's fine because at least people don't understand now. See, we are not moving as a nation. But see, like remember if they're selling a future, how much they go sell on a bow, how much they go sell on a Kenima, how much they go sell on a corner. We not the way far. We don't get access. They know they get light safe. Like if we turn they get small light don't can let don't go. You see, one thing for we would tell people and say salon. Anything we get to the misuse them, not in a positive way. Social media, now place to look and educate yourself for end the promotion. We the not sit down and lie for drive people would lie, we know to true. But at the end of the day, they say the end justify the means. You know, Ibrahim, if we see today when they say independent, then a cash box then temple and they pull bloody Mary, then tell me I don't know. The only two they see crowd na salon we table the
that is a million masquerade that one day.
Fine. Now you know. Na civil rule. Independent na civil rule. Fine. So this government what do from when they can power, they make sure say they end masquerade. They end them inside these 5 years. And we no say the only people in the bloody for come out inside holiday time now they go that stable because you know I said we don't do they take for ease stress. Come and say all the devil that's how they do that alone stress with the ease. Now we for go let out maybe stress now all the here because man not get job till no days so na stress with the go ease. The government make sure say then keep that stress for people for 5 years consistently. So people are not going to go dance the bull. I'm not saying Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
Not to even to the because what are they going to do that street? So like consistently 5 years and don't hold one part of the country to ransom. Hold it tight. Say nobody for enjoy. Ibrahim, if you see today, when they talk, any day we ask, if he asks for price and salon today, the next day we go the triple them. The reason how the guy explains so people have understand say you get the right to life, you get the right for enjoy how you want for enjoy. Nobody for take that right for you. It's a constitutional right, not just in a privilege, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
It's a constitutional right. So for begin understand what thing good, what thing bad. For begin, you see, I don't talk and tell again say salon. 80% of we they listen for enjoy, like music. Only listen for understand. Anything they listen person topic, listen, you pick the sense from the none. Always listen for understand. Listen for understand, not to enjoyment to you by Ibrahim. And not show me that's for enjoying us alone, not for benefit.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know, Kashi, if you get the Constitution, Section 12, it talk about exactly what we talk about. So the government take away from the people. And to this day, nobody able to stand up and say, these are cultural rights. You know, so the masquerading, you know, getting all this Bloody Mary, you know, Civili, Padul, all of that. It's a constitutional right because it's a tradition. And you get for promote the tradition. If you get Section 12, Kashi, if you for pull up, just intercept me, read them, let people area. But you see, you know, comrade, let's go to this tax issue as well. You know, we talk about
Ibrahim, like of course, like section 12, subsection A, it says the government shall, again, we cannot overemphasize the word shall. It says the government shall, by the way, the title of this section 12, it's enhancement of national culture. And it says the government shall, A, promote Sierra Leonean culture such as music, art, dance, science, philosophy, education, and traditional medicine, which is compatible with national development. And then B, recognize traditional Sierra Leonean institutions compatible with national development, protect and enhance the culture of Sierra Leone. And then D, it says, facilitate the provision of funds for the development of culture of Sierra Leone. You know, Ibrahim, by the way, I read this section, where it is guy for promote like traditional medicines and all that in the day. You know, Ibrahim, if you watch like the Chinese medicines there, most of them are traditional medicines there.
Absolutely.
Not China. Yeah. They're making so much money. Ibrahim, that will bitter root where we get. Just that bitter root. Anyway, let's not go into that because we're just talking about the masquerade. Maybe we will talk about that at some point next week. Sorry, Fabian.
Got you. You know, Cashbox, I think, say, first of all, you know, that's a good point. Thank you there. If we go sway, let not sway, get away from that day. But that's a conversation we can get for another day. But we just want to tell everybody yesterday, say, listen, we're not too excited. You know, the independence, wait till they for celebrate, you know, 62 years later, backwardness. Look at Austin Demby and Kalde Yumkela and go to cottage, then they give gifts to the Pikine we born Independence Day. Of course, the elections are coming close. It's a laudable gesture. But again, it goes to the sellout of Kande Yumkela when you look at the relationship that he has with the Minister of Health. Waiting at the possibility, say, Kande Yumkela to advocate for leaving Austin Demby become the Minister of Health, and then he compromise, say, you know what, listen, if I give me man that position, the silence from me. To this day, we'll not get Kande Yumkela on the records on certain things. But this is all part of the sellout we'll talk about for 5 years. But we get there. We get there. You know, Kashi, I think, let's go to a topic, comrade. You know, this tax issue that we continue. The way the guys they are extort, because now they exploit, you know, they racketeer the system so much, then destroy the business in the country so much, they not enhance, they not, you know, assist, they not help, you know, business entities them for grow. You know, they use tax as the end itself, Kashi. You know, it's not the means to an end, but it's a means to an end, but not the end itself, right? They use them as the end itself in this particular case. And sadly, none of these tax, they go towards enhancing the livelihood of the citizens of that nation. When you look at Sierra Leone and state today, when they talk them back, go look at them, slum them. Go to King Tom, go to Krube, go to Mabela, go to Sopit. Go look the decrepit life of our people. Go look how this, you know, the kind of a despicable life, the kind of a terrible life, where we people in the live that nation there. They care about pathetic life for people in the live. You know, we don't get social welfare services. You don't get program there for picking them. Woman, malnutrition is on the rise. World Food Program, they talk about tax is meant to help all of those. But Kashi and comrade, and we say this again because we know say we do the research and we go make sure so we find a concrete, you know, result on this particular issue. But we even here say totally ministers them. Everybody gets $100,000 as a part away gift for those 5 years. So we see how them guys they had to use tax for extort the people only to pay themselves. So we don't get a society where a few. The top less than 0.01%. Again, this is a minute fraction of the population. When they don't decide, say we're going to, you know, destroy the lives of the people for we own benefit. We destroy the lives of the people for we own benefit. So we see say conclusively over the years, this government, particularly when it comes to increase all the salaries of staff, only waiting for them to pay themselves to the point where the parliament wait for stop the thievery. The parliament was wait for stop the robbery. They see the government the thief, the executive arm the thief. Then they pay themselves exorbitant salary. Then they pay themselves big salary. They say, oh, instead of them stop the looting, instead of the parliament say no, we're not going to tolerate this. Instead of the leaders of the opposition, them, the Cherikoko, the Kanda Yumkela, the Masilamina. Matter of fact, Kanda Yumkela and Masilamina, they go join the SLPP now. We get on the Cherikoko for us stand as the one alone, as the alone one, and say, you know, I don't agree. When they increase on salary, them, we people they suffer. Me APC people they suffer. The Sierra Leoneans and they suffer. We country they be destroyed. We country they grow. The money for use for improving infrastructure. Lord have mercy, see the accident now. Then guy in the cancel the speed. Over the media now it goes so. Look at Motuka suspend some assault. See ya. But anyway, the traffic not clear. And they tell you where they go take care of ambulance the whole lady. Now America, if na salon a different in 2 hours later they can find they don't die that 10 days.
Salon somebody passing that container.
Yes. And they tell you. But you see, Kashi, we can get a nation, you know, salon people them where the leaders them we will put over. It's like we go take hyena them for can watch we got them. The hyena they know they eat the goats them. Now they happen in our nation. So we're picking and they die at an early age. Malnutrition, they kill picking in a salon today. Malnutrition, then the body picking, the mama not nutritive. The mama not they eat good food. The mama not they eat better protein. The mama not they eat better carbohydrates. So you don't get fiber, you don't get iron for transfer to the picking. So the body picking malnourished. The picking how do they call them picking when born? Kwashiorkor. What's the medical time again for the picking away? We don't get for putting an incubator because they are, you know, they don't reach the size. I don't forget now. But we remember as we go. But you know what I'm saying?
Like the ones that like
premature.
The full time.
Yeah, premature babies. Yes.
Premature.
You know, premature babies. You know, this is the problem, Kashi, because the government is not looking at the welfare of the people. We women in the upline and they get better and they eat good food. The government not get no social services offices across the region them. Wait for go and say, okay, every month the government they provide for belly woman them. And they provide for suckling mothers. If you don't get to come here, we can't give you food for it. We can't give you a check like a debit card. We wanna go use, you're gonna then store them. You forget, you know. Kashi, these are all the things where we could collect taxes. We don't collect tax for pay heavy salary. Members of parliament for stop the looting. They don't stop the looting. Say parliament don't dissolve so they now we hear say even say to the minister them all man get $100,000. If you multiply that by over 60 ministers, because ministers and deputy ministers they get past 60. It's over $6 million. Parliament take their own. They're taking on all of this money for go towards taking care of the state. Taking care of the people. Now we see that bitumani when they go do the alliance with the SLPP. Lights go on at the hall. Electricity 30 days, 24-hour electricity. We cannot provide it. This is the problem we'll get now with nation. Then don't use the tax.
Now the minister, they want the finance secretary instead of say the man get for giving the money.
Thank you.
Because voting in there for say the finance secretary, voting power secretary, you know, Ibrahim, this TNI broad compassion. I tell you, this is a very broad compassion. When you look at voting the ministers and members of parliament, well, the vote controllers there, when they get for sign for the money, voting at the union. So if we dig into this year, if it is alone done today, 400,000 francs, now $1 million news, now this, if this alone then they continue for hard suffering by people there. That you know, let me tell something, Brian. Any parliament they will approve something, they don't debate the cabinet. Now from cabinet first debate, Ibrahim, go back to history when SLP in 2018. Then can take minister they pay from 11 million to 40 million straight. From there, before you buy them, we don't go 70 million. I MP say no say for pay money. There's no can pay money. Let them pay. Now remember that battle between the members of parliament and ministers.
Yep.
We make them pay anything they 37 million. 2018 because we don't know the salary at this time. Salon are the only country they increase salary for people we that they will pay. They need to tell you how they increase salary. President Bio, how much they pay former President Kruma? When can take not to 250 million you go let a salary. Which they say unaccounted interest for. Now God knows if that interest in the account for them. We see audit report say the minority threshold for the auditing office. So continuously, they don't find way for how they do for get this money. Law increase tax on Wataki. Law increase tax na airport. Law increase tax for everything. They know the money they get up. Ibrahim, and we hear this on Saturday, Ibrahim, they think it's a loan country. If it actually is a loan country, Ibrahim.
I tell you.
Ministers. Then okay, members of parliament, $50,000. Ministers say we hire than the members of parliament because I don't allow for them high pass, for them minister they higher pass them because that then the legislators then by rights then get direct say in party pass the ministers because then they call them to order. That's where low people say $100,000. I don't know operation people say don't kind of salute. Like almost low people say. So that means every 5 years somebody do in parliament, every 5 year person do as minister or even do 2-3 years, you are sure of having $100,000. Every 5 years, you are sure of having $50,000. So never can try to say if they say one-time payment off for members of parliament, we have $50,000. What's in that person? We don't do 2 times. How much they get? That person don't do 3 times. How much they get? Because when they give somebody we don't go 5 years, they get $50,000. How much they get? That person don't go 10 years. How much they get? That person don't go 15 years. Because now all that thing they approve them billion. So then they will tell we say, well now if for everybody, they just say MP one-time MP. $50,000. The 2-time MP will not know that you. The 3-time MP will not know that Ibrahim. So now we don't hear about ministers. This also even secret self Ibrahim. We are so be telling them say they can't add money for MP the one chief Salomon. They say a lie. They don't go do and they begin denying. Always. And any talk about members of parliament, so they talk generally. The only political candidate the APC who belong, and they can't deny. Because they didn't get a chief man with the good chief, they can't get the money. And then they can't deny. You know, they say they can't debunk. We will begin talking. We say the members of parliament collectively. Who say collectively? That means all the parties in the parliament. But any total about collective something, the only people they can fight are in was always in allowed the lie. Now the one who the help for Fed for so for the kind of governance. Then they can't deny we. Because we begin talk about this, I'll say the members of parliament are alone collectively don't sit on the one represent the country money. All kind of talk and tell you. This they don't do it now collectively, not be it APC, be it SLPP, be it C4C, be it NGC. But when they supply that C4C and NGC, because all the don't see them trying long ago, you don't see and long ago say they go. Was not focused by APC because I formally the party, and the opposition party, and so by any look at them, it's very real. For now, we get party they can put APC SLPP. So neither APC or SLPP, so not focused by APC. Not the necessary devil. If the original devil will get the necessary, will not take APC law, we can put them to the tools. Una listen to new criticism, objective criticism, and say no, not for talk native, for can't talk more. Go to the thief, you know, concern me, I know what the thief. If I enjoy the thief, I don't matter you. If you enjoy the thief, man, not to reach finger pocket at the good joint, I to go broke back, I to go for that. Because we not finger pocket thief, man, then members of parliament, finger pocket thief, man. If you enjoy thief, man, I go joint, yes, if I finger pocket thief, man.
It's a fact.
That finger pocket and finger pocket free. If you enjoy thief, man, I go joint, I go broke back, man, if you like the broke back. And the broke salon economy, now they will go joint. Talk fine thing for them. Go against the APC one thief. Then give him Mutukade, give him appointment. We begin players up and down. We say get money. We they drive big Mutukade and they live how they live as well. Live even better life than some.
Absolutely.
Because check some of them before they can parliament how they live.
Thank you.
Check them how they born there. So if you sort of look, you say how they born you go rule salon. So man, they ever near separate on casino. If not the home you come they give power. If not the home you come they give power. So man, they don't casino self. So, but we look at them and say, God don't destiny you, that's what you be. That's what you happy. But when I go up this into objective criticism, when I say no, Lord say too much, when they keep quiet. Because we talk this long ago, say, the APC in record, Ibrahim, I will continue to talk about that Gambia woman, or the whole lot here, where they can go the thing. You not say not pass a more, sometimes pass us na Gambia. Yeah. But it makes it very clear. But say, me no go be part of this year.
Yeah.
I don't say they go pass because Africa politics, Africa are the same. They just change the name now. Say this is Gambia, this is Salo, this is the same mentality. Africa man get to lose of people. They better pass. They move forward. They move. The woman making state very clear. say me no the part of this tipia. They're not even for country for the people left. Let them show me, Osai, then do debates because Ibrahim any bill they pass the parliament and the debate and the lady thing, then debate. Let them show one member of parliament from all angles. I talk and one time say, I say Tawa, we be start tarify, we go challenge them and say, this guy, then get for corruption. Instead of standing now, see if I need to go to parliament set against it. Because we be challenge that transparency committee will resign to any good kind of committee. If you continue that trajectory, Ibrahim like no go to parliament set again, you don't make it, because don't like that can be over. So, but you see when you go talk to this and they what you do, now we don't MP there indict, including Jerry Kuku. Fact. A talk committee, when the head, the council announced their today. So we get for call them by their names, Ibrahim. When we talk about Sierra Leone, let's keep party politics out of it. I'm not a fucking party. Me not to fanatic about politics. Nah. No party, no big party in the country. Me, absolutely. No, that's the truth. Yeah. Because the rubbish when they talk because of party, they don't like it alone. Me not the fucking party fanaticism. Nah. Me not fanatic to Salon. Yeah. Me not fanatic to Sierra Leone. Me not fanatic to any party. Me not fanatic to the tribe of the region or region or. I mean, fanatic to Salon. So at the end of the day, when they can't begin with, if you see all that rubbish kind of politics, and they take rudeness, cost, then they take that government, that because they're not super-minded, Ibrahim. Absolutely. If we're not super-minded, SLPP will only for something themselves, the thing they will talk about them, the African Express in the list alone, if we will not upset again, we'll take them one after another, Ibrahim. We don't do for Alaki SLPP internationally. Look, Ibrahim, and they will turn. Pamai, where they come with 80,000 but after 5 years, Pamai 800,000. Pamai, when a salon in Mecca. So we no need for become fanatic to a party so that we lose sight of a future or picking. We got to the future again, or picking a future or we are picking a future. So, but people they don't become loyal to certain people. If let me tell one thing for Sui, all the things that we lead and the organize a lot for then cocky for talk. Then cocky for talk on national issues there. Former leaders them. Ibrahim Donald Trump for more than pull out the power. Any mistake or Biden do. If you not do, you might not do mistakes. It can't talk. It is time for life for demonizer. Absolutely. Obama. He begin to talk about Donald Trump in misbuild and they put Donald Trump apart. Donald Trump today. Even this Ukraine war, Donald Trump they accuse America of fully seen there. Absolutely. When they withdraw from Afghanistan, I say when they see former ministers there, that then part of the world. Look at the way this UK they get problem. John Major, he talk. Golden Brown, they all talk. They all can meet them boys and go to television and give them talk. People who don't work in a governance who get to the economic crisis, they call for my ministers, finance, secretary of finance in the country, and who's on the talk and they give them expertise. Why not for peace? We alone. For when they put back about power, see back about what I although it not being much for see because would I talk anything? No. What President Kumar 5 years, would I talk anything? No. Ministers do the work on that. Would I talk anything? Would they are in the life and would I putting up seminar in trade that day? Why would they trade that? Would I be edited? Because they are cocky. Then the system will life no matter. The politics as alone is a recycled thing. That like now 1 grain plastic you use and can't take about the recycle and now within them, they don't believe in that the normal now within them. Absolutely. And that change is a little cut up. That kind loyalty who they give in the expense of we life or picking the generation to bond the life for stopper. 62 years of independence. Even the normal award they can give in a state house, every independence when they give. This the matter be no agree for Duam. They no agree for the award they give, who's award they give. The man don't say all the thing you want, the neighbor help him. The neighbor help him. But let me tell you something, Ibrahim. If we not pay attention and see, then say where APC come on a power, they say they meet how many billion a midday. You a one can rule that alone. If they go, you miss money no day. Pass year rather than our pet na bank. If you do opposition, Ibrahim, what make for be responsible? Because not allow the incumbents, the starting always they come first before they give work. Now only the time for cover take 5 years down. Do nothing. They think about them because the only SLP they dig so. If the APC win election, Ibrahim, I tell anybody say if APC win election the next 5 years, long office will move forward. Now for try for bringing force to fix. For bringing force, level force, we said 2018, between 2018 before we begin for move now. So that thing about like 5 year process, Ibrahim. How would this one aid the man now? I don't add now or achieve $50,000, 102 members of parliament, $100,000 over 60 ministers. We don't know nothing for be the permanent secretary, the finance secretary. We don't know nothing for be secretary to presidency. Imagine that all the if it's the most then send us to your benefits. You think it's impossible? No, it's not possible. When see the country, the man have you look the army itself, you see from brigadier upwards that they pay money. It's for them. Police them from AIG, the opposite is for them. That ONSS is for them. It could have it no because the man CC, now they are again for can determine you. So let pay them. It's a cartel. It's a cartel. $100,000 for God's sake for minister saying, well, no left and now. How much get for be vice president in UMP? How much get for president in UMP? Where they go? If he the picking go, these are the picking that they ask for this money. What thing about the mama and the papa in UMP? Madam, you are going to what thing for action end of time.
Well, come with the graphic again, the parliamentarian, and then the picking with the minister, they get the youth. So he left to the mama and the papa.
No, they know to can. Even for example, we government change, say, bro, we don't make nothing.
You know,
the excuse, say, we don't make nothing. Madam, you pay, they don't go to can. If the minister that's $100,000, what's the vice president get for? What's the president get for? So now begin correct this dot here now. For God's sake, now pull party now we are back for once. Now we think Sierra Leone. Perhaps me and you the talk show cash box. Trust me and then say rest 1 million. Even before the kind of show. Not to oversee me getting for it. True what about I don't get him for it. I don't go big 14 for it. I no go ever stop for him go out at the it. I know they stop for go out at the it. Say I die. Then they go to give me the water with I die. Even if I not be minus salon plus salon, God give me the it. Say I die. Now imagine now within the part of the world now. Ibrahim. They said us 1 million a saloon. Me go time for pull 40 pound now for send for let me post buyers. No. I will time for pull 100 pound for if I don't get if I go say I go beat cash box. Right. But transport your feed I don't get I will say Ibrahim let me help you about who go time for buy and it's not possible. No. But talk about all man get person in family abroad. No. We go send for money. Even abroad self to the tranga. Who said they were trying to come out they don't do chiefs. So for you did now we the week that don't know the thing for get water for drink. Now for begin then we had the dig what you do because said water come on they don't do.
You know, comrade.
We don't feel the impact of when you talk about inside you water they come on dirty. Remind you of like we will be going pump and Regine them days. You know, Ibrahim you not play them because they will kill you with the good to go water side.
I can imagine.
But you see, like when you talk, it reminds me, like when we go up Regine like na side na by Ilcots go the day. I don't see you.
Between by force and Ilcots.
Exactly. Thank you.
Wow.
Wow. But you see, like where we go, we always the time to go right up because now they clean water they. Yeah, because like anything now they can do, that dirty water. When once they don't dirty her up. It dirty down back as well.
You know, cash and comrade. So that analysis
so that
just
can we forget water. So yeah, also the first I had water on dirty. But yeah, what we could do water because government they are the plan day. When I need work except they get weekly, they will give them money, so you go survive, go eat. Government. So we the one compare abroad and salon for God's sake. Yeah, all men in the work. We in the work if you do work or you need the work. Hence you need the work. You get outside the go get money for free. For each week,
very, very crucial thing back where we for understand now the fact that if even when the water dirty, because when you think about the country they show the UK, the America, yes, they have their natural resources. America get huge reserve of oil and all that in it. But you find out, say, what's in Apple, the oil that they come out from different countries, from Russia, from like Ukraine, you name it, like Saudi Arabia, like the Middle East and all that in it. But even though when the water don't dirty, when Russia dirty the water and all that in it, this country make sure say they get water where they purify the water, but make sure say the people they get the basic. We now what they do when the water can dirty. In fact, actually dirty water now we begin to say, oh, we die off the water not dirty. We not defend purifier for clean. In other words, for provide for the people. In other words, before that we go use the dirty water for kind of like make people get rebel and all that in the we gladly way. Then we swim under the dirty water instead of we purify the water. That is just the parable. But when people like they say, oh, that Ukraine. But what is the solution? What thing do they do? Oil they don't make oil now in the UK, but what they do, they always the try for pushing the effect so the people are not going to suffer from the basic needs. Ibrahim, when Ukraine and Russia war, Ukraine and Russia war, they pull we don't sleep our blackout one day. One day we don't sleep our blackout. And even when like things are expensive, The government they cushion and before they go take debt because they build their reputation. Then they allow people for get liberty, the civil liberty. Them Ibrahim. I want to go watch the MCC. Everything will make America great. All the indicators and then they inside the MCC see whether they say great with. Everything will make America great. It is inside that MCC great in the Ibrahim. If only we can adhere to it, we can do just likewise as these people. Sorry, carry on.
You know, Comrade and Kashi, when we talk about the Doti Water principle, then guy there with everything that is happening across the world, now Ukraine, now COVID, but they increase their salary them. Now Ukraine, now COVID, the people in the suffer, but they increase them pay. Parliament they get $50,000 each when they left. Ministers they get only $1,000 each. They know they all say the world, the things can get across the world though. They don't compare to America. When almost bills them Joe Biden be pass inside these past 2 years of his presidency. This 3 years when they can so they talk about infrastructure, build them, American safety plan, all kind of a bill he passed for subsidize and help and make sure they take care of the people. America is the most subsidized nation. They could say we're not compare America to Salon. America in GDP is over almost $1 trillion. Okay, but when they pay, when they not say the country better than they, when they not say Salon poor, when they not say the people they suffer, when they allow Ukraine war, but when they pay when they save salary, when they increase when they pay, when they improve the lives of the people. You know, Kashi. Let's talk about taxation. Let people understand. Waiting they happen like today when you look at how this government don't use taxes. Let we talk about the consolidated fund cash box because you know what you do? Who that get for can investigate this government? If you get a leader of the opposition, Honorable Cheriko Koge for be the vice president in Sierra Leone by June 25, he then become the vice president. Comrade, this man in a parliament. Tawa. Don't begin tell we say, but we blame your members of parliament them. Tawana SLPP. They say we blame your APC members of parliament. And that's true. Committees them. Then they head. Leader of the opposition. Then they watch this robbery, this thievery. They no can condemn him. This man be vice president. He go can investigate SLPP tomorrow. APC people una left for. Una put una country forward. Una left this blind partisan fanatism here. Not so. Una they suffer so. Una they watch, we they educate una, we they sensitize una, we they tell you about the things there. Una they hate person, una they like person. And don't forget about that for nobody in Sierra Leone, no politician. No politician in Salon, no they live better life past me. I don't go say they live better life past them all. I don't go say they live better life past me. No politician in Salon. Matter of fact, you know, now be humble no more, but to God and this day, outside to say talk me, we know, now left and day. Nobody, no politician will get nothing for telling me. I sweat for every penny what they make. I toil for every penny what I get. Any property what I get, I buy for myself. Anything what I get, I deserve them. I work for them. I don't thief from the people. I don't go ask for them raise me salary as a politician. No. Salon people and Kashi, let me talk about the consolidated fund. Because all of this, if we go for open up an investigation, in and from the consolidated fund, we get a single treasury account. Now all this money they come out, all the tax where they collect, now they go, who that for investigate and cash box? Talk to me. Talk to me.
You know, Ibrahim, thank you very much. You see, Ibrahim, first of all, let me just make this thing clear. Salon not they operate a single treasury account, Ibrahim. I know people and they say that they call them that way, and we don't believe that because people do not pay attention to certain things. Then
break it down.
There is a huge difference between like a single treasury account and a cash concentration, Ibrahim.
Beautiful.
You know, like waiting with the operator salon are just cash concentration. Realistically, like in other words, like the way a single treasury account they work, now the fact that I can get a bow, I can kind of like put money in a bow bank account. It reflects straight away that is single treasury account. But like waiting the salon they operate right now, they go put the money directly, physically into like one account. That is different from a single treasury account, Ibrahim.
Right on.
But anyways, Ibrahim, the problem we face now it comes and this all cash concentration where we operate as salon that just to make it get avenue out with the teeth. And out them parliamentarians they are, the government ministers them and the president and vice president, you know, begin and mama and papa, how they for ruin the lives of people. But you see, Ibrahim, you know, we always they talk about like, you know, this whole tax thing. You know, like what you said earlier. Tax is not the end itself. It is the means to the end. You know, Ibrahim, like recent research, like just 2 days ago, there was a report about the American economy. So basically, what happened, there is like total deposit when they get the America, total deposit when they get America right now is about $18 trillion total deposit. But the loan when they don't issue out is about 12 trillion. So there is this gap. In other words, people they say, like I say, like there is this gap between, you know, like people like is still able for invest. And when they talk about deposit, not only one way, they say you go take today, then one day when they take today, they go put tomorrow and all that today. No, this is actual deposit, Ibrahim. So if you notice, like this there is a 6 trillion gap. So what's the try for do? What in America Joe Biden is trying to do right now? Then they see and say, because of that, we deposit kind of like way there above waiting the bank that they issue as loan. There is this gap. Now, if you find out the banking crisis and all that, they help. Then they find out, say, investment seem for the lag behind because then they see and say that 6 trillion gap there, the idle money. The idle money where sit down, they do nothing. So right now, Biden they can give incentive for investment. Then they can kind of like back the banks them. I mean, if you notice, then they try to back the banks them now. So the bank they give them more guarantee. So the banks them go kind of like go be slightly relaxed about, you know, their balance sheet or tighten like the rules and laws them out for key loan. Ibrahim, they say all this because you see, like all them thing there, you know, na incentive where the key for make the like economic activity take place now the country. You see, but what thing we get now in country right now, Ibrahim, now the fact that people sit by, then they say that we go collect boku money, then they kill the economic activity. You see, Ibrahim, there is no way this economy here. America, now one of the most indebted countries in the world. One of the most indebted countries in the world. Only China that beats them. Ibrahim, China was struggling the last few years. You know, him bring China out of like the pain. Now debt. China had to take huge debt. And they don't just go take the debt home. They look at themselves. They look at their population. They look at what they make up of and begin to say, okay, we can do this. And then this debt we go take, it kind of like cover this area where we did. You know, but what we don't see in Africa or Salon, now the fact that like now when they increase these taxes, then they talk about agriculture. How you go talk about saying you want increase agricultural produce them locally, but yet still you don't go add tax. You go add GST if somebody imports like agricultural machines then now the country. Does it make sense? You know, Ibrahim, I always they say this. The papa became one parable where the people say when you want call alligator na water, you call them omore. When it come out from the water, now they tell you they call them in real name. When they make out you always they say this. Now because you know tax is not the end itself, it is the means to the end. Like now, one video been there a few years ago where people have the pool where like an American guy will talk say the reason why Africa need to grow because Africa gets one of the highest taxes then in the world. Absolutely. Again, we go to like the tourism, Ibrahim. This government now don't impose about 3% tax on like hotels there, tourism and all that in the because they say they want to generate revenue. But how can you say you want to diversify your economy from like, you know, like maybe like, you know, just mining, like concentrated and all that in the begin to think about tourism and all that in the but you they increase tax in tourism. You they talk say, oh, when are the high earners them? But hold on. If you go to like I like again, Ibrahim, like now they get like one thing where they right now the trend in America where they say like there is a predicted recession. Then they predict and say it could be a white colored recession. In other words, like high-end recession where like beaucoup people and go lost their job, like people that will get top job, like white collar recession. But they also they think say if it affects when the white collar recession take place, it results to a blue collar recession. In other words, it affects the people down because, for instance, if the people where they earn high money, they begin lost their job, they will stop going to the restaurants. And when they stop going to the restaurants, like waiters start to lose their jobs. That's just typical example, right?
Absolutely.
So it's the same thing. How can you add taxes on, say, well, the hotel and the high earners then? But when you do that, like the lower people get more, no matter what, again, they will get more reduce the people when they go to the hotel now, and then they go affect the service industry, the people when they work that inside the day. You know, Ibrahim, you know, we can go on and on about these things, and this is the reason why we tell people with all the taxes, tax not a thing where you they use for make money, not a thing where like that thing where you say, oh, you didn't see like we they can't better now. No, you cannot use tax and then destroy your economic activities. You cannot squeeze water from stone. It is not possible. Salon dry. So you cannot use like tax for kind of like say, I'm going to squeeze this water from stone. Or else you ain't go push. You go wound the way. You don't go even get water or even quench your thirst. And that is what we're facing right now, Ibrahim, in our country. There is no way Salon go better with tax. Ibrahim, there is no way. The reason why, again, like Liz Truss, now the UK lost in job, it is because of like in tax policies them where it come with. It kind of like lower tax and all that in the day. But waiting at the impact it causes on inflation. Because at the time, in UK they struggle with inflation and they still are. But waiting happen, they say and say, well, if you go reduce tax, you kind of like they kind of like give more disposable income, and it kind of like they exacerbate the whole inflationary problem where we get. So you see, Ibrahim, one size cannot fit all because. Like in Africa and other developing nations, or emerging markets, when you reduce tax, it will work for you because it attract investment and all that in it. But in the UK, it did not work because they were struggling. So you see, you cannot tax now that thing where you use for either bio. Now, like for either bio somebody, or like it's either a sweetener, a sugar, or it can be a salt for make somebody sour in face. But salt is good as well. If you put on a plasas, if you don't put salt in a plasas, it not the sweet. At the same time, you cannot put like salt inside your tea. So you have to kind of like find the balance, the exact position. Go back to your drawing board and say, what do I do in this situation? I know Comrade mentioned earlier, say, you know, like if the other governments will come, like if we can meet all and all ends in the day. Yes, I agree. But you see, Ibrahim, the advantage where Salon people and get right now and make the right decision, that the fact that Salon not use 1% of their potential it. The only reason we make the next government go can struggle if they continue with this trajectory where they rely on this 1% where Salon they make of their potential. But if they see beyond the 1% of Salon potential, then it only take we 1 year for make we come out of this mess, Ibrahim. And I will stop here for now. Please crack on. I think Ibrahim don't left the phone. By the way, you see,
Catchbox, when they talk, you see, like we say, Salon, what they say, Salon will not use 1% of we resources. Me, I always get small caution to that side because them this thief when they close on a public, this public thief when they do to Catchbox, that will know boss. We don't know what they don't do. Oh, no, me, you don't know at all.
True.
You see, because they always say, imagine they not be given man diamond a salon from 1930. And then now we get the first diamond a salon 1930. Imagine all contract whether and the sign Cashbox with the people them who don't know what will they get. No matter how much they get this. Then they will know they get nothing day. Yeah. So we still see that 1% of what we'll get that in would not use. Well, me, I still doubt that because the illegality should happen in a saloon. what we know, na imbo kupas what you know. Imagine all who know that then get mine something important tell you say then the cash box time make the tourism salon no go ever boom. Because we don't even have attract investment, have attract tourism. The tourist center don't get a saloon. They alone that's how they make money. But Cashbox, who that they come on for you, they fly for go saloon. You have to go pay for come in the airport. Apart from the ticket, too expensive first. They go now. I will tell you in the lottery, they pay $100. I go be give $150. You crazy? Like crazy catch you.
Wait, come on. You see, that's the thing, because when you look at like the airport tax system, somebody do like like a research recently where it is show for commodities from Guinea go America, it costs like $800 or $1,000 for, but from Salon to America is like $1,600. In fact, even this new finance act or this new tax whatever would they bring, it actually kind of like add taxes into like
no Kasi, now 2000 deposit analysis now $2,500 deposit say. I see that today. But let me tell you something, Cashbox.
Yeah.
The way the ticket for come UK go na Salon. If they come here for go na Guinea, if they buy 3% ticket.
That's a fact.
If they buy 3% ticket.
That's a fact.
If they get from Conakry to UK, some flight they get $200 from Conakry to UK direct. They get them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If they get them, if they get something when they see ticket there, say that's na Guinea, na $600 from Conakry to UK.
Mm-hmm.
When they see there, na $600. They are checked from here to from UK to Freetown.
Yeah.
That makes so many people. Let me say something, Cashbox. Even
I think we lost coverage.
We lost coverage. Yeah.
Go na Conakry, park at the embassy, can fly through Guinea. Then they budget for Salon ticket to. But then they fly through Guinea. Then they go fly Guinea.
Yeah.
Then can Guinea. Then drive back. They can Salon. Then they take that ticket money when from Freetown. When I Guinea they go fly. Because even if you take $200 if you spend up a field, it's still cheaper than for fly through Lungi Airport. Imagine this time 5 years ago. Now tell me now, we then don't add tax. Because how many they're gonna be country? I don't land in the country. I don't pay all things that I go pay back extra tax.
Well,
all that here happen because now they want balance that then they try for balance share them with this TIFIA. They look the loophole said the balance the TIFIA. Now make them don't let you cash. This minute they ever talk say then pay themselves not thief now loot organized loot by the state people level. Now they so organized loot. The executive and the judicial and the legislative organized loot. We don't know it's now. I make I say they all want the permanent secretary to president, secretary to president. We don't know at the end of time benefit to secretary to vice president, the finance secretary. We don't know the end of term it because this is just the nothing a pocket. We on the first. I don't know. We don't know now the one they will be saying then at back and go broke. Cash. Now they go no more. Now they go.
No, Ibrahim, you want to come inside? Okay.
Oh no, go ahead, catch you the flow, bro. Oh, man.
No, Ibrahim, you see, when they talk about the tax system, and the other big thing apart from the tax, it's like I would call them the invisibles, the intangibles, and these are like Ibrahim. Every flight where they go in a Salon or any Konski, these flights they're bound for be insured. This is something where I don't say. I have a very, very close colleague where they work in a reputable bank where I will call because of, of course, it is confidentiality reasons. Ibrahim, like there are countries them around the world where any investor or any company where they operate now then country they deem them very, very risky, and the premium that they charge for like giving them loans or kind of like, insure their businesses, it's huge. And Salon, unfortunately, is one of those countries them where if you have dealings like with, you're deemed very, very risky. And Ibrahim, them plan they are where they go to Salon. Again, we go give we airports to like a rogue somebody where in fact it did at the internet. You see, Ibrahim, just on that, for the fact that Salon and Siam, like I say, the human rights is so bad, they will tell you, say, oh, it's good. But we don't see when people in the protest, they kill them, kill people in Apademba Road, August 10, kill people in Tombo, kill people in Makeni, kill people in Lusai, all that in the Ibrahim lock people them up because they speak up, you know, the Zainab Sheriff them and all that in the. These things are on the record, Ibrahim. They deem Salon as a very risky country. Where they say if you play land day, anything can actually happen, you know, anything can erupt as a result. So for make you even a care you plane go na Salon, your insurance cost is very, very expensive. Very expensive for operating a salon, Ibrahim. So these are some of the intangibles, the invisibles, where apart from the tax system, when they impose, Ibrahim, where they affect we country big time. And this is the reason why I always tell people the biggest commodity where we go ever fend, where a country go ever fend, Ibrahim, na confidence. Confidence is that biggest, you know, natural resource, you know, intangible resource, invisible resource, where a country go ever fend. Over to you, Ibrahim. I think Ibrahim seemed for the left way in between. Comrade, I don't know if you are.
You know, Kashi, you see, my brother, we this what we do for with nation for, you know, I know some of these issues, you know, go pass over some of our brother and sister that aid them, but the fact of the matter is we just alone and no say this whole thing where it happen and we consider like it today. Then guys, they are don't use this tax system where they affect everything. Again, when I look at the price of the fuel, when I look at petrol, no opposition leader, and this goes back to what Comrade Koita say. Salon democracy the only mature when ex-presidents, ex-ministers, ex-government officials begin for actively participate when other governments other than their own come to power. They actively make sure say they engage. You see, Comrade Nkashi, these days we get social media. It's a beautiful tool. I can tell you this one thing. One thing I like of former President Nkrumah is the fact that he's one of the only presidents where if you check, he gets Instagram page, he get LinkedIn page, he get Facebook page, he get Twitter account. Very engaged. Very engaged. However, how engaged is the question, right? In 5 years of destruction, former ministers, the former president, not engaging in these conversations, not to all team president, former president, put more pan, but when it comes to issues of national concern, when we talk about increment in fuel, we see how former President Nkrumah subsidized fuel, where he left petrol at 6,000. Yeah, because we did 3,750. They had right.
I think it was only 2017 when I think it was arm twisted or something.
Yes, by IMF, when they say close to the elections and everything, we make it take away small of the subsidy. Petrol price not be expensive. We see how subsidize education. You know, these are the things when President Nkrumah look at that. Me, what I would expect if this was an Obama situation, we see what happened, you know, with Donald Trump close to the elections. This is less than a month to elections now because we see may come. I don't know now. But even before that, those critical issues, because it got to do with the well-being of the people. You know, we expect former presidents, former ministers. You know, let's say if the president not can save, but the minister, former ministers of petroleum, those agencies, those people, and they tell Salon people in this Kashi and Comrade, until the people and goes back to Comrade in point, until all of them people are engaged fully. We did not say they are sincere to the cause and improving and moving the country forward for the betterment of future generations. It's all about that. We cannot allow our leaders to just be silent and turn Mumupawi when these issues are happening, because you know why did it happen? Again, an ill-informed society, an uneducated society, where these people are so fanatical. All they know is they give you Kashi, Comrade. You know, we know how some of our brothers and sisters, even to we and how they appreciate we. We know say they're ready for bread carpet for we, they're ready for bread and la pan and a ground for local mass pandem. Yes, we understand, Andy. But that is that blind loyalty we want to look for. That is not what we want. We want an educated and informed society where the people would hold their leaders accountable. Now they can't say, "Pa, what you get for to talk about this here?" You as a former president, as a former minister, as a former leader in a society, can't rob most pan this year. Look, petrol price they go up every day. You be subsidized fuel. What's you happy with how they do? What thing they do wrong way? You know, these are the things what we expect, and until we get time now with society, salon they move. Look at America, what would they? Look at Europe, all these other countries, former leaders, they don't sit down.
Ibrahim, we Trump is making support by Obama. We the governance Obama not of fear, you know, stuff from Bandika. We Obama became teacher. all election happened in America. Obama took the campaign. Yes. He began going Trump. He began man and he lied. Imagine how SLP demonized APC and former President Kuma by extension. Because all kind of they call us and Kuma to Lungo Ebola. They're going to see the out most like. They talk all kind of thing. We increase fear. Intel we say the plan for austerity measures. Of course, Intel will be better. Intel say that it is still the price because of austerity measures because the economy they look bad now. We had a lot of people get back to it. Imagine these 5 years. Those say okay, the first 1 year, the first maybe it's let's go cool in temper, cool up second year. But from 3rd year, 4th year, President Kuma gets a lot of things for highlights. What he make Salon because in 10 years, he takes the country just after war. How he manage the economy. So everything is now. Now like for slam back on President Bill, but Ibrahim, you know, he's very frustrated. But don't get to the point now. Don't talk say we need for it from them because social salon go so now. He need for tell me which pattern in been from the parliament where they no go rip the people off. How they been loyal to the state where they no go rip them off and how he been, you know, encourage that kind of thing. They say no sense because he let them pay the fair money. It's supposed to be there from the Ibrahim. That's
absolutely. That's a fact. Former President Kurma.
Saying that, Ibrahim, why is it President Kurma isn't on the campaign trail now with Samura Kamara? Let them be, you know, because it's not both game. You know, let's start the question. So all the strategy, all the things they've done in the past, Ibrahim, the austerity measure where they come, they allow SLP to turn austerity when a good thing. Again, Ibrahim, you know, salon people need to pay attention to detail. Ibrahim, austerity. It comes from the word austere. What does austere mean? It means like you are strict in like attitude, you're strict in your plans. You put your foot down, basically. Absolutely. That is what austerity mean, Ibrahim.
Yeah.
You put your foot down. And what is President Kuma put his foot down for? After Ebola, we saw like the deep in certain things them, like the iron uprise, you know, like we saw that, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
So why make the Northern Tell we say these are the reasons. And President Kuma is supposed to be on the campaign trail now with Samura Kamara. Let them be going, like with Cherry Coco, let them be going to places. Cherry Coco over the 5 years, the best way you don't see of this government is not in and out. These are the time. Parliament's not closed now, Ibrahim. They can say what they want to say now. Let them tell us the thing them whether this government don't do. The bad thing. But Ibrahim, look at Sidon. You SLP they make months over on that. You sit down, you get wealth of information. Oh, come on, man. Come on.
You know, Comrade and Kashi, this is an abomination that is society. Comrade, you can mute smaller. This is an abomination that with society. Oh, you good, comrade. This is an abomination that with society. Follow with 5 years, a leader of the opposition party in parliament not take one interview na AYV, and not take one interview na 98.1. And not take an interview internationally na BBC, na Al Jazeera, na Voice of America. We contribute. With everything will happen. This is not a quiet nation where things go down by very quietly. There is no reason for anybody to come out now and talk. In 5 years, in order on record.
Ibrahim, I know I'm going to compromise my maybe integrity or objectivity, but let's again play the devil's advocate. Now, let me say this man give me all kind of excuse. But Ibrahim, is it not now the time? We have 57 days. Let this man go now to. It's supposed to don't do all over the 5 years old because, like what Congress can say, why we for Sidom? I think you mentioned it. Like you said it. Why opposition are always in the Sidom? Then they say for many governments fail at the expense of the people. Let me say it is supposed to don't do but now Parliament don't close. Can we please ask him? Let me say we give the benefit of the doubt, Ibrahim. Can we please ask Honorable Cherno, Maju, Ba, Elias Cherikoko for begin now they go na BBC, AYV, 98.1, SLBC. Let us know exactly the bad happenings. We all know say SLPP are reckless, but Honorable Cherno Majuba get wealth of information where for expose this government. Ibrahim.
Kashi,
Ibrahim Castro, what make matter view the talk say he reply na for go clean the
Kashi, I come back to you on that point. Let Comrade finish.
Ibrahim, what make matter view the tell say What make it the fly? They see the fly. If you don't say that Oakland the mess with APC don't do the thief for them.
Thank you.
Now because today nobody not like say okay who thief, but you need to thief who thief, what you do? Because the evidence is also who we get. Who see a whole member of parliament like Maragon at Facebook say the African Express what is supposed to do. The evidence we get, then go to the parliament, the MP get my raising was AKK. Then force a change in West Indian opinion. Opinion that you don't see paper, you don't see that, you don't see evidence opinion. Because if you don't have no go and a serious debate, even if they bulldoze them, they didn't record. Madam, you know, for ever talk see it go fly. We don't see a whole audit report talk see the president do fortune. They see in the clean the mess. But nobody they talk about him. So they get the love pity, they get the that they relax, they get the privilege, the opportunity to let them lie, and they allow for them to believe, and then you lie. Because Ibrahim Saleh is concerned. What we see election the can, we see here Barack Obama if he go to Minnesota, then we say Michelle Obama don't go na Washington. We they see all the people join hand for make sure they pull that bad development person at form. Not to yesterday don't force Mike Pence. Mike Pence, you even dodge that report for the June 6th insurrection in America.
January.
Mike Pence did dodge that. Then that January 6th, I mean January 6th. Yes, me they see me by June 6th, 1998. That will be due to come out the 90 so. I
tell you.
Ibrahim, that January 6th insurrection in America. Now yesterday don't force them. They force us if you don't go out, they put criminal thing against them. It still lasted for 7 hours. It lasted for 7 hours. Because individually they say hang my pants, say well you did it. Now you so kind the evidence, you don't give evidence that the finally against Donald Trump in your former boss. It's where it's so that who can tell us if you don't come out with declare criminal charges against you to arrest you. You don't get it lasts for 7 hours. It didn't
you know,
it lasts for 7 hours, Ibrahim.
Absolutely. This is America. Then you wonder why America great. Now because institutions are working. People respect institutions, and it goes back to this point where they make about the former president. But Kashi, I just come to you back with Honorable Cherry Coco. Kashi, what you did at your workplace, so you get a job for do. Every month there is some form of a report or something that you have to show to give. Kashi, you get a time limit for say, then they allow you for wait. No, this month I'm not able to produce the reports. Wait. Una give me chance. 5 year, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. No. Okay, well, 5 year. Okay, well, this 5 year. Okay, we left you cash box. Give me report. You the work, we pay you salary, everything, and Kashi. You see, there is timing with everything. I'm telling you, my brother. Then guy there, with everything what will happen, how the incident they occur. We ought to say respond immediately. But Kashi, enough will take you more than 72 hours for form up a thought about a particular issue.
I totally agree, Ibrahim.
Totally.
However, let me just as I say,
okay, Kashi. Okay, me agree. Okay, no say agree say 4 years.
Yes.
Let us keep quiet. We begin talk now. Okay, no say agree. Then last bill with the pass to the parliament where they kill people and for keep this money. When the video with the guy say, oh, that's make people over the talk. We need for the last time we me agree. Okay, we need to then we go to kill the zone. We need to take kind of kill the zone before we people by you. Now, till parliament they close to parliament close with tears with every Sierra they close. You know to kill. You if you do the season at secondary school of course World War. You know to kill Caesar. You know to the stab and the shock of Brutus.
Yeah.
We did expect it. Brutus the stab and he kill Caesar.
Yeah.
Not to the stab and kill and the shock. Or Brutus, the shock with parliament give you for then they kill people. Because these are people who have open, especially when you people officer now, the last foul they will be killed. They pull out that this guy minutes, that last campaign message. Now that shock then they kill alone people. Now like Julius Caesar, not to the stab kill him, now the shock of Brutus and kill him.
Absolutely.
Because they expect Brutus they stab him at that time. We need that. At the time when they come to the struggle, at the time when people they say the body they rot in a corner because like no day. Then they go past bill for let them pay themselves. At that time. When the last one say, okay, now will be not fet in 2018 open parliament. If na me they say so, will the fet to open parliament to fet to close parliament? Let you go na record see. The fet they doing the open parliament, the fet doing the close parliament for this bill.
Yes.
Now the last follow the wrong get settled. If na me had the fet open the record SS the bank, we go na record see. We fet when the open parliament to fet to the close parliament because of bad policies. They do have. So when they not there without this somebody, we feel for taking responsibility. Kasi, people life matter. See, the the life matter, irrespective of the region or the district or the tribal political party you belong. What's happening as a so it affects each and everyone of you. Everyone, where they are so cast box, what if they send today? Today if they send 50 to post the manager. Now when they send something before they send a non check, who then check what they buy. You want good first money for ad for what they send. So it affects each and every Sierra Leonean. Nobody, I mean, it's something we have nobody. We don't create for that one. They die in this set now. When I close parliament, I'm not so to put that for. Instead, we can get shop. We can get shop. You see, about the man bad and all don't be at a go right. See overnight. Any bill then pass and don't debate at parliament. If people over the get started, they would get
Comrade.
Day by day. They ever send to these people, I say, parliament they can make so in a keeper. They go debate secretly, then go pull up. They're all 102 plus the request for my chicken the day. All of them they go they go to a letter WhatsApp, clean, we'll put at a bank.
Gashi, comrade, the society, Sierra Leone is a failed state. But we don't know it no more. People don't even realize it. It is a failed state. You know, and we get a moral responsibility, cash box, comrade, and salon people. We get a moral responsibility at a time like this, not for be quiet. You know, like how Dr. Martin Luther King put succinctly, where he said the ultimate measure of a man is not where you stand in moments of comfort and convenience, but where you stand in times of controversies and challenges. Sierra Leone is going through a lot of controversies and challenges. So our leaders will get the responsibility for stepping in as much as they are very comfortable in their own lives. They don't ever poor, they don't go ever offend in their life, then picking, they don't go ever suffer, then generations would never suffer. But the average Sierra Leonean is suffering. Then get a moral responsibility to come out and speak up and participate actively in our politics. It's all part of the civic education what they talk about. Because until we get ex-leaders then start for actively engaged in civic education, challenging governments in power when they are doing wrong things. When Marabio's lie say go to Japan, President Kuruma should have come out as a president. When another president they talk about this, the African Express Pro publication, this is international. As the former president in line, it should have come out and say, you know what, this is too much. I was the president then. This never happened. It is a total fabrication and lie. It is very damaging to the reputation of our nation. This president should not speak like that. That is what you want for sincere with democracy. And until we see him, I swear to God, Salon will continue for our lucky until we get a day where the Savior will come back and take that country and give them to the right people and we for govern the lives of our people. Come and catch you for again the last word. Okay, closer. We're only 1 hour 11 minutes.
I think that's
maybe last word we say if we can challenge the AFRC. When I've been military governments, we get gone. If we can challenge when I make the FRC fall. If we can challenge police and call with a May 12 to May 8, we police and call error door. We can challenge them people here. No matter what happen, this type of criminal way no can allow it never happen in history. At least we get a day with this make so this they disagree. Now they all collectively don't agree for law suffer. Ibrahim, everybody will participate for this year. Let them know say that money in the take so then the toilet and water clean we put it at no so they get her. No so say that the papa the money they inherit that's a low money now for all. Long it up and challenge at least for not for yourself now for generations unborn Ibrahim.
Absolutely. 57 days left to elections. 57 days. Matter be the go. APC the kind of power, but we make sure see the APC the kind of clean APC because we need focus and save with people in lives. Bye bye everybody. All right.